Hello again, or if you are new with us, welcome to the Canting Club. This week we have a rosé, and it's from England. Now, old timers amongst you will know that whenever we do an English wine, I put on a nice tie, braces, a boater, and a very silly stiff upper lip accent. But that's completely inappropriate for this wine, because this is Chateau Tooting, a London wine, crowdsourced from back gardens and allotments all across the capital, made by a collective. Anybody can join, bring their grapes along, have them made into wine. Bunch of hippies, really. It's not so much old school Thai, more tie-dye. And it's a pink, for the very good reason that it's made from both white grapes and black grapes, whatever people happen to bring along. So naturally, it ends up a rosé. And a very pretty one too. Not quite as pale as, say, a Provence rosé would be. It's a dusky pink, almost an extremely pale red. Beautiful colour. Oh, and a beautiful nose. Pronounced, aromatic, floral. It smells of elderflower and grapefruit and grass cuttings. And perhaps a little bit of that Sauvignon Blanc style cat's pee as well. It's very summery, smells of hedgerows in summer, and that's a very English wine scent, something I find a lot on still white English wines. With air and warmth, some notes of not terribly ripe strawberry creep in, but I don't think I would have guessed this is a rosé from the scent alone. Lovely though. Oh yeah, now that's really fresh with zingy acidity. But it's not excessive, especially not by English wine standards, and it's amply supported by plenty of fruit, both red and white. We've got tart red berries here, redcurrant and raspberry, and we've also got white grapefruit and gooseberry. At first this tastes dry, but it isn't quite. This is just off dry, a little touch of sweetness to offset the acidity and round out the slightly rustic fruit flavours. Loads of flavour. That little touch of sweetness is more apparent on the after palate and on the remarkably long finish, where it provides a nice counterpoint to the mouth-watering acidity. This really shouldn't work as a wine. As an idea, it's just brilliant, inspiring, frankly marvellous. I'm already looking at my own little postage stamp of a North London back garden, wondering where I can squeeze in a vine so that I can contribute to like the 2019 vintage. But to make a single wine from grapes at all stages of ripeness, from dozens of different, largely unknown grape varieties, both red and white, grown by 100 or so amateurs in their back gardens, it ought to be awful. But it isn't. It's really good and recognisably English, with that grassy elderflower nose and that zingy grapefruit palate. Hats off to winemaker Clive Vickers, who has melded all these unknown quantities together to make something really quite delicious. Chateau Tooting. Cheers!